from next year, for the first time, the menopause will be taught to secondary school children during sex education classes. It's hoped that pupils will then be equipped to support their mothers, their sisters and partners in later life. And they'll also have more information, clearly, for themselves as well. Do you think this is a good idea or too much too young?
Absolutely not, no. I just wish people would shut up. No offence.
Take it.
No, just, you know, I just think we talk so much about young people with so many now mental health issues and anxiety and the stress that they're under generally, knowing so much. And I just think the menopause, telling, you know, high school, that could be 12, 13, of something that's probably not going to happen to them till their mid to late 40s or 50s. I don't know. I grew up, my mum, to this day, God love her, until she died, I don't know whether my mum ever went through the menopause because I never heard it and I never noticed it. And I asked my sisters, because I thought maybe it's because I was so young and I didn't realise, and they said, no, she just went through it. And all my sisters have and not done it. Now, I know it's completely different for everyone, but I think what's great is all the information is out there if you need it.
Yeah.
Everyone is more aware of it, but for me, no, definitely not in schools. I just don't think they need that worry 40 years before something's going to happen.
I mean, kids are already overpowered with information. I mean, you know, if you think about all the information you're given at school, 65 to probably 75% of which you just ditch afterwards, don't you? Like the formula of pi or whatever it's called, you know? I mean, all those things that I learned and was taught, I've completely forgotten because I didn't need it in life. And I just think it's another thing. And it's like Samantha here. Oh, for goodness sake, why would you need to? Every woman has and will go through it, some without any symptoms. It seems these days we have to turn everything into an issue that must be another thing to burden children with. And I think that's totally my view. That's what I think. Yeah.
I'm with Michelle on this one. She's put, no need. My kids think I'm a neurotic, sweaty mess most of the time. They'll never notice the difference. And actually, interesting, because when I went through it, my mum didn't tell me about it. I don't think even my mum knew what it was. So it was a big thing for me. I was at home all of a sudden, really irritable because of the sweating, but it was just, I was getting angsty and touchy and the kids would come up to me and I'd be going, yeah, just go away, I just need a moment, I just need a moment. And I was kind of doing it on a really regular basis. And it was Janet, street porter. I said, Janet, I'm trying to do this naturally, but I'm feeling tired and I think I'm going to walk out on my husband and my kids, I'm going to kill them. And she said, go on HRT, love, just go on HRT. And actually, it's because of her advice that I did go and see the doctor and I've gone back to my old self.
I think if you're having those kind of symptoms, though, you shouldn't try to, go, oh, I want to go through this naturally. There's no need to do that. What I'm saying is there is so much help.
Yeah.
There is.
You talk about it with your... I'm not saying you shouldn't talk about the menopause within your family when you want to, but putting it on the national curriculum, because also one size doesn't fit all.
That's right. Some people
have
sail
any
through
problem.
it. But I did sit my kids through and I said, look, you know, Mummy doesn't... It's not because I don't love you. I'm just going through a bit of a hard time. It's called the change. It's the menopause. And I think for them...
Well, you told them really kindly.
But I think for them, they got it. They got it.
I just said, I can't stand you, and now I'm going through the menopause.
But I think what's interesting is, obviously, it's something that I'm really interested in, and I completely hear all your points, and I agree with a lot of them. But what I do think, in terms of educating kids in secondary school, it's not going to be a sit-down whole lesson on... It's part of sex education. And I think because the menopause is something that half the population of the entire planet will go through, why not teach them as part of learning about everything else that's part of human biology? You know, I don't understand why it hasn't been taught. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's another burden. It's just another thing that you think, oh, right, OK, I learnt in school that if, you know, when I do... The thing that I think they're getting wrong, yet again, is it will happen at an average age of 51. That's when your period stops, but your symptoms start 10 years before. So I think if girls grow up knowing, OK, that when I start to feel this...
I think my husband needed more education than my kids. Because he's like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, I don't know, Steve, you know, and I think that's where at school, I think if you're all sitting together, boys and girls, it's quite good.
Adjective here says it's more important that my husband understands that he's the one I'm struggling with.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
I don't
true.
love that.
Because if you're educated in it, then you're kind of accepting that it's going to happen and you're more aware of it.
It's just one of those things in life, isn't it? And I don't know. I just think how much the kids, you know, one of my daughters about to go in, well, in the middle of GCSEs, and they're so stuffed with information. They literally feel like they're exploding, and it's like, do you need to know about, in the days of Google and search engines, do you need to know about that now?
Something
Can you not
so far in the future.
just look it up when it's relevant.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I hear what you're saying, but also I've had literally thousands of women talking to me saying, I don't know anything, and I don't understand how in this day and age people don't know anything when there is, thankfully, information out there because people are talking about it. What I don't think is that people should be talking about it 24/7 because that gets really dull for everybody. But I think that if the information is there and people feel able to talk,
empowered and informed.
Yeah, and also I think it's really important that men understand it because I do genuinely
just type
think
the word menopause into your computer and it'll all be there.
but not all of it will be right. That's the problem. I think.
Well, I'm assuming that the NHS guidance would be right.
Yes, and the NICE guidelines have been changed now as well. Let's hope. Let's hope.